Anime is boring. Even the most passionate fans can feel that way. And if you have found yourself struggling to enjoy anime as you once did, don't worry. It's a common experience. In this video, we'll go over what you should do to overcome this with 3 effective strategies that you can try today and see if that will reignite your flame that you have lost. So let's get started. Number 1. Take a break. One of the most effective ways to reignite your passion for anime is to take a break. Trust me. Overconsumption of any form of entertainment can lead to burnout, and anime is no exception. This is what happened with me back in 2020. When lockdown hit and the whole world got holed up in their home, we had nothing better to do, and same goes for me. I had been watching anime for 3 years up until that point. With mountain of everlasting anime shows which I stashed away hoping to see one day, I decided, okay, this is the time. This is the time that I finally faced the mountain of anime that I have in my watch list and finally watched the show my past self intended for me to watch. So I took out my laptop and started to binge watch shows one after the another. Slowly, as I kept watching more and more shows, I felt something missing. I started to not enjoy the shows, which I thought I would. Not that the shows were bad or anything in themselves, but there was another reason for this emptiness. When I dug deep, I found that I started watching for the sole reason of finishing my watch list. For once, I wanted to have an empty watch list. So there was the culprit. Watching as many shows as possible in a limited amount of time. But that was not the only problem. This was the time when anime started to gain huge traction and everyone around me started to watch anime, which was great. I now had friends who loved anime and appreciated it. But along came the problem. They started to watch shows which I had not seen, and my friends and I had a notorious relationship with spoilers. We would spoil everything if one person had not seen it. Same thing happened again. If they saw a show which I hadn't seen, I used to drop everything and watch the show so I wouldn't get spoiled. So that's how I caught up to One Piece and don't regret that one. At that time I realized something has to change, and I did exactly that. I stopped watching anime completely. Didn't see any episodes or consumed any sort of reel on the topic. Basically went off grid. Days went by, slowly weeks, and eventually months. After 3 months or so, I picked up anime again, and I wouldn't believe the feeling that it gave. It was just like watching my first anime and getting inspired to watch more. So that's my first strategy. Take a goddamn break. Anime will still be there when you come back. If you are interested, I have written an ebook going over in detail on burnout and different strategies with some scientific backing to them. Feel free to download it. The link is present in the description. Number 2. Try a different medium. So what did I do instead during these 3 months that I had without anime? Well, I explored different medium. I started to read more manga. Actually, that was how I was able to catch up with One Piece. I started to read light novel. I read one called Empty Box and Zeroth Maria when I started to watch anime. But I didn't explore other novels beyond that, so I started to read more. I highly recommend Tunnel to Summer, Exit of Goodbyes, and Wait for Me Yesterday in Spring. They're too good of a read. I was on and off about Western shows and movies ever since I discovered anime. During this time, I sat down and actually finished shows which seemed interesting. I saw shows like Dark and Peaky Blinders which were great. It was difficult to consume those content, but the shows were very well written and I watched them. But I didn't stop there. This was a time when the world got flooded with Genshin Impact, an anime-style RPG game that everyone started to play. I jumped into the rabbit hole and I'm still playing that game to this day. Not daily, but whenever there is a hot character drop or major story progression. Trying a different medium helps you to overcome the fixed mindset you might have had. If you keep consuming one thing over and over again, our brain gets bored of it. Our brain needs constant change. It needs something new every time it sees something. We can't blame it. The anime that are coming out are similar with slight differences. Take isekai for example. All the isekai shows are similar in lots of ways, and we as people get bored of consuming the same stuff over and over again. So the next time when you feel like anime is boring, spice things up. To sum it up, here are some ways to diversify your experience. Explore manga, read light novel, play anime related games, watch shows from other languages, or heck, replace with a new hobby while you're at it. Number 3. rewatch your favorite shows. Rewatching your favorite anime can be a powerful way to discover your love for the medium. After a few months of again starting to watch anime, I went back into the same loop of getting bored of anime. Well, eventually I fixed the issue of mine with an anime calendar, but at that time I didn't follow that. So instead, I decided to rewatch some of the shows I enjoyed in the past. I picked up shows like No Game No Life, Food Wars, One Punch Man. This reignited the flame that I was lost. Nostalgia plays a significant role in our enjoyment of medium. Rewatching your favorite anime can bring back fond memories and emotions associated with time when you first watched it. This sense of nostalgia can reignite your passion and remind you of why you fell in love with anime in the first place. Since the last time you had seen the show, your perspectives and experiences have changed. Rewatching a show with fresh outlook can reveal a new layer of story, characters, and themes that you might have missed during your initial watching, which was indeed the case for me when I saw No Game No Life. I fell in love with the story all over again. The art style was very different than the animes which are coming out in recent times. I don't think that is getting another season anytime soon. Again, anime is a medium of entertainment. It can educate us, it can make us laugh, it can make us cry, it can make us angry, it can make us forget our pain, it can make us cringe. But most important of them all, watching anime should be fun. Taking a break allows you to reset and miss the medium. Trying different related mediums can provide new perspective and experiences. Rewatching your favorite shows can evoke nostalgia. By following these strategies, I wish you will regain that fun of watching anime again. Also, make sure to check out the ebook for some more strategies and scientific evidence on them. The link is present in the description. I hope you got few strategies to try. If you are struggling to study, here is a video that might help you. If you want to implement solo leveling in real life, watch this video. As always, subscribe to get transported into another world. Bye.